So hello data points, today we are discussing about how the workflow is working on the LangChain workflow. We can make agentic workflow, we can make using the LangChain and the LangGraph. So let's get started. So yeah, I think now is my screen is cool. So first we start our workflow, then we go to the hiring post, we trigger one hiring post, then after the hiring post it started creating one request. After that means hiring request the draft. After that it's create one JD draft. After the JD draft either we can approve or we can not approve. Based on that, if we are approved, then the job post the job description using the LinkedIn API. And after that we can pause our workflow for the 7 days to waiting either the certain amount of application is we got or not. If we got the certain amount of application, then we can go forward to yes. We can shortlist based on the GD that approved, and we can modify the job description and again wait for the 2 days until a certain amount of application is not arrived. Okay, now I think it is clear. So until a certain, if the certain amount of application is not arrived, if the certain amount of application is not arrived, then we can go to in this loop. If you're looking at, this is the loop. So after that, if the job approve is shortlisted, then we schedule a meeting for a questions. Then you send a questions through an email, then email through the email API we here use. Again here, after that, why that shift I also don't know. Then the candidate reviewed interview. After candidate interview through the schedule meeting with the human in the loop on this case, then after we select the candidate or not select the candidate, rejection we can put on here. Then if that is selected, due to the no internet connection, so after we can send the offer letter. Okay, if we can send the offer letter from here, we can send the offer letter, and here we can regenerate if they are not selecting our offer letters, and if they are selecting, then the whole loop is end. So this is overall how the pipeline is looks like. So in this time, why we are using the LangGraph for in this case, and the Langsmith, we have few challenges we suffer. So that we need to think about on this side. The challenges we suffer, the control flow complexity, that is the complexity of the, here we have the loop, later we have the condition, and if we have jump to the this step like that, so this is the complexity we suffer. The handle state, we can anywhere we can pause and resume, or pause the request. Event driven education, like execute, like we can wait for the 2 days and wait for the 7 days. Then the flaw tolerance, if something is wrong, then we can stop it. If the API, if in the LinkedIn API is not working or the server is down, we can pause it. Later human in the loop, and the nested workflow we saw in the below. We have the nested workflow, like here we have the nested workflow on this case. So now the observability. So observability, we can observe everything. We can see how the workflow is go here to this step. The overall workflow change we can visualize through the Langsmith and the using LangChain. So this is the overall scenario, and I saw that the credit is goes to my sir. I see that, so that why not I think to build it. So I build it. If I build it, why not I share, so that I think to make a one small video on that. So yeah, credits to start lecture number 3. So thank you, sir, and Johan.